and it matters for them. But if you have something that you need to speak up on, it's important to be able to try and frame it so that you can speak with the trust. Because people who don't honor promises, people who are lying, will have more difficulty in their life and will cause more problems with people around them. Because as we're uniting, and this is an open frame, as human beings, we are now connecting at the mind level where everybody, I mean, people can see it. You know, you can walk around and people who see your energy fields can see, right? They may not read them correctly. A lot of people may see your energy and say, oh, you're this or that, because they can't interpret the energy that is really you. And it's important that they ask you or talk to you about it if it's in a family relationship or something else. In other words, have you been feeling this way? Or you're open with your communication, because people will see things and they will know things. And I'm an empath, but everybody can be empathic, right? And you will be able to read people's minds. They can read yours, because as a collective, we're coming together. But what a lot of people say is, oh, because, and I'm going to bring this up, because this is best for the whole, we should all wear masks. Well, this isn't best for the whole. You have to do what is right for you. You have to go in and honor your path, your walking, your knowing, directly connected to the God source, which is what you are. And when you stand in that energy of the essential soul self, you allow others to create a right relationship where they might be unhappy. You might get stuff back from them, but they will go off and work on claiming their soul integrity as well. And that's how we have to come together in communication, if that makes sense. So anyway, okay. Now we can close our eyes and begin. Get comfortable. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in the light, I ask you and invite you to connect and collect all the essential elementals and divine beings that you are connected to in the invisible realms and dimensions, all the way back to the source of the Creator, connecting to your higher self and your higher self soul and soul fragments around the world, the earth, the stars, and beyond. Relax your shoulders, relax your body, arms, hands, feet. Allow the light to flow through your body as it begins to dissolve any residual energy fields that are no longer needed by your present being. Take yourself down deeper and farther out into your own present space of light, and see the colors flowing around your body now. They will appear as sounds, colors, words. They will flow through your body, working on relieving the old, untangling the cords, threads going out of your body, sparkling lights being removed, and new lights being turned on. You can sense and feel your body because you are empowered in this physical body on the earth plane. And we ask that you connect to your higher self, the void and source, to go back constantly, to readjust, heal, and instantly transform and shift into the higher dimensions that our planet is now engaged in. The energy fields and the etheric body that you are carrying is getting stronger, connected to the earth and the heavens and the skies and other galactic forces. These are your original source coding and planetary places in other galaxies that are now around the earth and embodied within you. You are reactivating these high frequencies as you relax deeper and deeper and begin to open to your higher self. These energies flow out and release all other connections and operations on the earth plane that are operating from the past frequencies. They are no longer needed. Your conscious mind is expanding into divine mind. It is around your whole entire being. You are becoming the void, the channel of light. And we ask that you now begin to release and uplift your being into higher places, to visit spaces on the earth that are now channeling the high light. That place will be several in Egypt, several in China. We ask that those of you who are connecting to Romania and the area over there begin to feel and sense the deeper connections to the technological advances that are on the planet now. We ask that you bring in your fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth sight as you begin to see words. There are vortexes on the United States, Canada, South America. We ask that you visit, if you need to, Machu Picchu, Mexico, Chile, Brazil, and the other places. Those that are at Uluru in Australia and those in New Zealand are opening. You are part of the porthole. You will begin to see things coming to you, thoughts. You will begin to see words and colors. We ask that you embrace these in a space of conscious mind, no body, no being, God source. We ask that you embrace the loving presence that is now flowing through the Hathors and the other beings of Metatron, Melchizedek, and the ancient guides that are here, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain. We ask a deeper clearing for your physical body as you journey farther and deeper, deeper to the channels and the vortexes. Allow yourself to see those joining you in circles around these vortexes. The vortexes are interconnecting through the people around them. We ask that you take yourself into this light, you're releasing all fear and doubts of who you are and the gifts that will be given to you. The sharing of your light being is profoundly important. All that you share and communicate comes from sounds, from thoughts, from words, from colors, from actions. Allow the body impregnating into water and fire, ether and earth. Greater communion with the divine beings that are guiding you. We call on the angelic presence to make itself visible to every single soul here and on the planet. They are the guidance and guardians that you call to ask, quick and easy and gentle flowing around you, along with your connection to your higher self and the God source. We ask that you expect miracles and see them, co-creating this amazing joy that you will carry from the inside. The amazing laughter and light that you are holding, which clears away all the toxins on the earth just by your presence. We are now giving you the light codes to carry in the air around you. We ask that you embrace these at a deeper and conscious level of awareness, for your light strands and your energy strands will shift the particles in the air and clear it for whatever comes into your frequencies. Be not afraid. Allow with wisdom and guidance, shifting others into this space and place of their own God source connection. We ask that if you choose, you call in one of the guides that is with you all the time, that you go to a sacred space, whether it's trees or jungle, the beach, the desert, the mountains. And I would invite you to sit with this guide, holy being, divine being of light. Ask for a name if you choose, and let them speak to you for a few moments. We will hear the music playing shortly as you are in this space. But right now, continue speaking and listening. Higher and higher. Isore ihu namate Feel the breeze and the energy. Allow the winds to bring the thoughts and the knowing from the divine being that you are and you are with. In this divine space, to give thanks to all present. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you for this divine communication for all. We give blessings and understand that as we move forward, being true to ourselves, we honor others and allow them space to be true to themselves. Slowly allow yourself to come back from your sacred space, flowing with a river of light down to your body, where your eyes are the first to begin to sense and open. Your body remains as you like in the space of receiving as always. But it comes back into fullness as a shift and a transformation has taken place. And for this, again, we thank you for the blessings, the divine presence of the God Source and the creators, and all beings of light, wherever they are. We thank you for the blessings that will unfold over the next week and beyond as we share our blessings, our insights, and our understandings with all other beings on the planet. Thank you. And so it is. Slowly coming back, opening your eyes. And if someone would like to share, unmute yourself and share we have just a little time, but share. Don't let it be important. You cannot believe what you will see and somebody else will see, and it'll trigger an insight. It will just trigger a whole new insight in you, and you will get another piece of the puzzle to share. It's really important because you're communicating from source, from spirit, from the heart and the mind is in the heart, and the heart and the mind, which is in source. So anybody have anything? Tanis?
I'll start.
Okay.
It is very important not to forget the soil. We tend to look above the soil, but there's a significant activation of the soil. There's a significant network below the soil. And the soil is playing a crucial role, and it's going to play an even more crucial role moving forward. There's a strong connection between the cosmos and the soil. We cannot forget the soil. That's a message that came through.
That's fantastic. That's so important because the trees go in, and Anuba, you are working with the soil, and the soil is as we send the light down into the earth, the soil is alive, and so everything that's in the soil, thank you, needs activating and vibrating at this new frequency, which we are carrying. So, wow, thank you for that. Anuba, you want to just share something?
I felt that I kept seeing a lot of plants and birds. I saw a kingfisher, and I felt crows wanting to, like, I felt like there's a connection there that it's hard to define, but I felt very strongly that there is divine energy in plants and birds around us.
Thank you. That's important because the animals have shifted and the birds have shifted, and you picked a crow, and one has to be reminded that crows are very smart. And remember, if you hurt a crow, it will remember you. It will remember you. And if it's in the neighborhood or area, you don't want to offend a crow. And they are a connection, right? So it's a unity consciousness. So I think we're being shown that's another link as to why we want to honor everybody, but we have to honor ourselves and walk and speak our truth as we're in a whole, because that does affect everybody. But the crows and the earth will generate and heal us, and the earth, yeah, profound. Thank you. Anybody else on that?
Can I share something because she said crows? Yesterday, I attended a, a, a session on pranayam, the breath with one of the siddhas. And so he was telling us how we breathe from the diaphragm. And there were three breaths. The first one, you have to feel that the diaphragm is like a sparrow. So you go very gently up. And the second one was crow, because a crow is a little bit stronger, and so that helps you to raise the energy a little more, like you see it flapping its wings, and then and that's how then. And the third one was an eagle, so it's more expanded and grown. So when Anuba said crow, that came to my mind. Thank you.
We have to remember the birds because we are taking flight in the ether, and the birds fly in the ether, in the wind, they affect it. So wow, this is so amazing. Who else would like to share? Yes, Nina, you unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I saw a lot of, I sense a lot of animals. I also sense a bird, a colibri, and butterflies, beautiful. And I sense a lot of people coming into like new souls into this planet, but very strong. I saw a lot of people, I don't know if they're burning, this year is gonna be a lot of babies or souls that are entering in another dimension, and an amazing colors. I saw the message that I received, it was like a rainbow over all of us, all the colors impregnated in our bodies, like we have all the energy of rainbows.
Wow.
Is
Yes.
what I felt. I saw a colibri and butterflies and a lot of people coming into the planet.
Thank you.
So
That's
welcome.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's always reassuring because I'm only channeling all of us and everything. So that's why it's so important. Thank you. Yes, Hanky.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I came in very late. I just, because Nina told about the rainbow, I just went to a favorite place of mine. And it was such a wonderful, it's about sunset already here. And there is an obelisk. I just mentioned it to Menachi and I sent her a picture during nighttime. And I saw this while we were driving home, and I saw this, the sunset, and it was raining, and I had the feeling I had to go to this place. Even I knew that you are meeting, but I felt this calling, and I went there. And I stood there, and all of a sudden, all over this obelisk, there was this huge, wonderful, unique rainbow. And I was like, and I told Peter, my husband, I told him, you know that these colors are also within us. We have the colors of the rainbow. We are part of it. And I felt so connected. And now I came here and Nina mentioned this wonderful rainbow. And of course, like even I came late, I felt like a trance, and I could feel all the connection, all of you. I could feel everybody being connected. Yes, that is the picture. Thank you, Minachi. That's the obelisk. I might
Wow.
send you another picture later on, and then you can see. And I already told Menachi yesterday that I'm feeling so blessed that I have all of you in my life, feeling this deep connection. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's amazing, because the colors that we're going in was rainbow colors. We are. Lillian, you want to share?
And Heike is calling in from Germany. That's why
Oh,
over there.
thank you. Liliana, do you want to share? I can't hear. Your volume is not.
I'm still coming back. I'm still mesmerized, I guess. Can you hear me?
Can't hear.
I'm unmuted. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're not muted. Try it again.
I said I'm still coming.
It's very soft, Lilium.
Yes, I don't know what happened.
You're in another space.
Probably.
She's in the top half of the vision here.
That's
Up.
what I was trying to say. I was still coming back.
Yeah, she's still there. We're getting it through telepathy, because when they were speaking to me, when the division was here and here, they're talking to me while my sister's talking to me, and I'm hearing simultaneously different things. So anyway, Meenakshi, do you want to share?
Right now, nothing more except that because I had to be in and out since I was
Okay.
getting a few, and then people were coming in, so I didn't want to. I couldn't go there fully, except that when you said go to your special space, I so often do, and once again I saw Jesus just sitting by me, and it's just such a moving experience for me. It was a very moving experience. So
And
thank you.
this is so important. This is really important. She saw Jesus. And the reason we need to share is because I've had a lot of epiphanies in my life, real epiphanies, not just mystical experiences. And I didn't know that they were called epiphanies. And I didn't know who was around me. And when I went to Hong Kong and the woman did a reading for me, she said, Jesus is on your right side. And when I was in Singapore and we had somebody coming up from Australia, she said, and she would always give information out by putting people down or not saying things. And she said, well, you have this being, but I can't tell you who it is. And whether she didn't know or she didn't want to, because people can sometimes be jealous, and that there's no jealousy here. There's just openness and sharing and understanding and experiencing and gaining greater insight into who we each are in ourselves. And so when you tell me that you saw Jesus talking to you, wow, like, thank you. You see, this is what a blessing. What a blessing. So thank you. And the plants, and we are to be reminded again about the soil and the colors, to go out and see those rainbow colors that are through us and around us that I talked about in the air, see them going into the earth. And this will allow the earth its change in a more balanced way. So I'm going to pass this over to Meenakshi, who's going to lead us in a closing, unless anybody has anything else. Okay.
Actually, I also wanted to share about soil when Tanis had said it, that it had come upon me a while back that the soil is not just, it's not just something that is separate from us. It's not just the plants, and it's not just something, it's all of our ancestors. Everyone who has ever lived has one way or the other gone into the elements of Mother Earth. So, if our ancestors have been buried in the ground, or if they have been burnt and the ashes scattered, or whichever way, after they pass, just like plants and everything, when they decay, everything goes into the soil. So the soil really is the grand connector. So I'm very happy that Tanis brought that today. That was very beautiful. Yeah, so really, does anyone have anything to share, or we'll do the gratitude lotus?
Just that
Okay.
the thread that runs through everything is, I mean, everybody can see the thread. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I sent the pictures to you, Menachi.
Okay,
You can
okay.
have
Do
a
you
look.
want them to be shared right now?
If you want.
Okay, let me see if I can. In the meanwhile, someone else say something. Doing the technology aspect.
Liliana,
You hear me now?
still can't hear you.
Something.
Are you talking?
William, why don't you write it down in the chat and we can see?
Lilium, if you try on your phone, if you're on your phone, on the left-hand top corner, there'll be a button which looks like a sound button. Try switching it off and on. You might be able to get your sound back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
yes, we can hear you.
Oh, good, good. What I have to share, I think it has to do with everything everybody said about, you know, the connection with nature and the soil and the plants and the birds, and how important that it would be for what we're gonna go through in the future as a collective. It's so important for us to be strongly connected to that. And also, for the past month or weeks, I've been very connected to something that actually was somebody very dear to me that actually just kind of um, popped that up on my soul. And it's I always had that on me, but brought me, you know, into a space that I actually amplify that. It's the need to share, you know, what we are learning, who we are becoming, to everybody, neighbors, people on the streets, everybody encounter in life. I think we have this mission to do it, you know, to help people to waken to what's around them. That's so important for this planet at this moment and what is to come. It's so important. You know, see, I had planned my life in a different way, but now I have this urge, this incredible urge that I can't control anymore, just to, you know, instead of being put here, having a practice, do what I'm, you know, my gifts allow me to, and helping people change completely in a very short period of time, that I have this incredible necessity of going around the world and around every little corner of the world and help and be with people and help and share my gifts with people in the very isolated place that they can normally have contact with, you know, whatever we have to offer. And it seems to be getting stronger and stronger in my being. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's how I feel. And what I have to share is the importance of not just aiming to do one thing, to, you know, have a practice and help people on that practice, but open our horizons and every day daily life be able to touch people's life, because it's very, very important that we do this and that we help to raise vibration in this planet, is for the future, for the development of this planet and its beauty and its nature. That's all I have to share. Thank you.
I just like to add that every time they say that this is going to be important for you to do, but to remember that every time you stand within your inner strength and your light, you are automatically radiating out that thought to everyone and on the planet. This is the full connection of the divine mind now. So your journey will open, but just to remember that meditation, prayer, loving what you're doing is automatically going out to others. Thank you.
Anyone have anything else to add or share? Then let's get into the gratitude. There are two important things about gratitude. One is that it is alchemy. In the past, many philosophers used to look for an energy, a thing, which would turn something which is dross into gold or into something which is fantastic. Gratitude is the alchemy for the soul, because the moment we feel something horrible in our lives, if we can immediately change it into feeling, thank you for bringing this to me because it will teach me something or it will show me my strength, you have immediately, in one moment, in 1 millisecond, changed the energy and brought upon you the entire strength that we have to change the situation. And so, the second very important gift that we have been given today, which we are seeing when we see nature, is synchrony. How important it is to be together and to do something together. Because for years and lifetimes, many of us have been working and doing things individually, and it was needed. That's why Jesus had to come and we know his name. Buddha had to come and we know his name. Today we know them as consciousness, which is there in all of us. It has nothing to do with religion. Religion was one way of knowing them, but we have our consciousness way of knowing all of them. And so, together that we are right now, let's just open up the way I always remind you, one by one, as we think of the things that we are grateful for. And then look around and be in this state for a while till all of us have opened our full lotus. So we may, one day we will find that we are doing this together also. But right now, if we can pause at this state, then together we will spread it far and wide and then bring it like this into the screen. Okay? So in our own space and time. And please stay at the heart with your lotus open to receive. Receive the blessings. Absorb them. From your fingers, your entire body is your finger. All your energy systems are here in our hands. Receive and absorb the blessings and the gratitude of all who are near and dear to you. The angels, the divine beings, because we are the fruit of their dreams. As someone reminded me yesterday, the Creator Spirit is the source, and we are the resources. Through us, the divine energy flows into this world. So feel that loving gratitude which is being given to you, and now start to spread this as a blessing into the world. Spread your arms wide. Take in a deep breath and bring them back so that everyone who sees this feels the blessing and receives it. Thank you.